Rolling.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm so excited. I have never had a YouTube channel before, but I've always wanted to make one because I can talk like fucking crazy. So this is kind of what this is for my clothing brand. I'm a designer and I hand cut and sew everything all day long. And that's all I do. So this is really just my way of finding a broader audience on a different platform and hopefully give you guys some cool content to watch. My girl Hope is behind the camera. Neither of us are professional producers or directors, but she's a little bit better than I am, so that's why she's back here or back there and I'm right here. You can ask me a few questions and I'm just going to kind of give y'all a little synopsis, summary about what I'm doing and why I'm here and what this is all about.
So, let's start off with, who are you?
I am Callie Owens. I am 21 years old. I was born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee. Since I can remember, I have always been like crazy about using my hands. I have been creative my whole life, and that's just something that I've always been passionate about. I didn't go to college. I mean, I went for like 2 weeks, and I instantly knew that it was not right for me because I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know like any direction I wanted to go, and I didn't have a bunch of money to blow on school, so I was like, I'm out of here.
What is OWEN in your own words?
OWEN is my clothing brand, OWEN Clothing, and I focus on salvaged fabrics. I like to use a lot of recycled stuff that I thrift, that I find, you know, that was originally something else, and I make it to something else. Back in, I guess it would have been 2016, I was a broke-ass college student and I didn't have money to go buy a bunch of new clothes, so 90% of my wardrobe was thrifted and acquired through, you know, secondhand shops. And I found a lot of the pieces that I got. I loved them. I got them because I loved them, but you know, most of the time they weren't perfect, so they would just hang in my closet. And I really just loved the fabric or the style of it. And I eventually decided, you know, I'm going to get a sewing machine and I'm going to start fixing this stuff to where I will wear it and it'll be exactly how I want it to fit on me. The whole thrift, long-lived clothes, sustainably sexy. It's a brand focused around salvaged and sustainable fashion. The thing that makes me different from other clothing brands is the fact that I have a very heavy emphasis on construction. I have my smaller pieces, like tank tops like these, like the smaller scale stuff that is typically what fills up my online store. I focus on construction, so I will spend days making sure something's done right. I want you to be able to wash my things as many times as you want, dry the fuck out of them, whatever. Like, I want them to stay together. And I want to kind of put an end to the thing that we're so used to in being fast fashion, which fast fashion is when you walk into a large-scale retailer, a big chain store, and their products are cute, but they're not really well made. So you wash them once, there's holes in them, and the reason for this is they don't put quality and effort into them because they just genuinely don't expect you to want them that long. I want to stay away from trends. I love classic and I love timeless styles that are wearable in your everyday thing. I also want to keep my prices as low as possible because I think everyone deserves, you know, high-end fashion if they want it, if that's something they're passionate about. That's the main thing that pushes me apart.
Where do you want OWEN to go in the future?
So right now it is just me and, like I said, Hope, which is behind the camera. But right now it's just me. I set in my little sewing studio, which is in the back of my parents' house. Yeah, I live at home. Hey, shout out to Mom and Dad. Eventually I want to be able to reach out to huge clothing production companies and be able to purchase all of their remnants, all their cut off, all their extra fabric, and I want to be completely 100% made out of salvaged fabric remnants. I also want my store, want that to be a marketplace for other indie, small-scale designers like me that love their product, that put their heart and soul into it, like I do, and are passionate about their craft. And I want OWEN to be kind of a meeting place, a middle ground for all of them. I want it to be a one-stop shop for people who want cool, different stuff that not everybody just can get, you know, go to the mall and get. I also want to be able to reach out and find sustainable fair trade manufacturers to help me produce on a larger scale and really just stay true to the brand, because it's all about, for me, it's all about doing what is most sustainable for the environment and getting the most out of the resources that have already been produced and keeping that kind of full circle. So that's like long term. That's where I want to go. But right now, like I said, it's just me behind a sewing machine and a cutting table. All fucking day. But whatever, I'm cool with it.
That was lovely, and we are so excited to have this awesome day that we have planned.
We'll tell them about the series, right?
Okay. So
we're doing, so the majority of the content that's going to be on this channel is going to be a series called Can't Buy It, Make It. And that is where we are going to, each week we're going to find a piece of high-end fashion, you know, from big designers, Chanel, Gucci, Oscar de la Renta, Zac Posen, all of these people, which I draw crazy inspiration from. We're going to find a piece and not copy it, but really just, like I said, draw huge amounts of inspiration from and then put my own OWEN spin on it. But there will be rules. We're going to stick to the color scheme. The silhouette has to be the same, but it's going to have my own little tweaks and bells and whistles all over it. But that's like the series. And me and Hope, I mean, we talk shit about everything, so there'll be a healthy dose of that too.
all right. Well, this was a great first introduction to our beautiful OWEN clothing line.
Oh! Did you cut it?
No.
Oh, okay. And also, there will be a link in the description for my Patreon account. I really, really, really hope that you guys like the content enough to where, you know, I might get some backers and some Patreon subscribers. I would absolutely adore that. And there will be links in my description also for my online store and my Instagram. So those are basically going to be the main ways to find me, and they will be right below.
Live OWEN.
Live OWEN!